The shit goes. his soundtrack.
Nah. This one. This is fun.
It's the intro.
We came a long way from where we used to be.
Okay.
Now you see us on the scene.
WGDB.
I heard you rocking with the
Okay,
team.
I heard you rocking
yeah,
with
of
the
course.
team. We came a long way
Right.
from where we used to be.
Oh yeah, no copyrights.
See, you ain't even know we was rapping. Like, you didn't know we was rapping?
Yeah, we do a lot over here. Let me stop.
You versatile.
Versatile.
We trying.
Trying.
That's what's up, man.
What's good, y'all? I'm Roy.
It's Jeremiah,
We back at it again with another episode. We got to do better.
and we got a special guest here. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's good, y'all? My name is Stefan Edmiston.
All right, it's a good guy right here, so we decided to bring him onto the show. This is episode number. What episode is this?
I think this is 2-2.
2 Deuce. That's what's up.
Sir.
All right. So,
Thanks for having me, y'all.
It's crazy because y'all friends. So I'm really on. It's the first time I met you.
Right.
On the way over here when I picked you up from the train station, I got to know you for a little bit.
Yeah.
But the whole thing of how this got started, Jeremiah was bigging you up. OD. He was like, yo,
That's a great dude, bro.
If this a dude that got multiple sources of income, yo, this is my guy, Stef. Yeah. This is the guy.
Oh,
he the
bro.
king of multiple sources of income, styles or whatever.
Right.
And that's how he was saying, yo, we should get him on the show. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we'll chop it up, bring it up.
It's funny,
Yeah,
bro, because like
Pick somebody
usually, man,
brain.
we be talking, we having conversations, and it's like it's always gems. You know, when you talk to people, certain people,
Yeah.
there's always conversation with gems and stuff. So it's like, I'm like, honestly, you was telling me how you was tired of hearing me, and it's me
Yeah,
just talking.
I'm like, yo, we
so
gotta have somebody else to mix it up. And
I was like, yo,
Right.
just,
but you was the first person that popped him in
I'm
his
like, yo,
head.
just a phone call away, bro. You know, our conversations, we always want to like inspire people to do better and like have growth and talk about certain things. So we was like, yo, I know somebody. So we got this gentleman over here. So
And
go ahead,
yeah,
talk.
you was
Yo,
one of those
talk.
guys. I
Let
guess
people-
we spark it with like, what do you do right now? Like,
So right now I'm in supply chains. That's my corporate job. I handle purchasing for my company, and right now I also got Airbnbs
okay.
down in Houston. I got a travel company. Me and my 4 partners called Winners Only Weekend.
Ooh.
It's tough. It's taking off right now. We're really happy about it. And me and my other boy were starting a car leasing company. So he's real big into
So you
the
got a
cars.
startup right now.
I don't know if y'all counted. He already said
That
4
says
though.
4. All right.
Yeah.
And
So right,
just
know,
get started.
That's you got more, or that's what you cooking up right now. That's what's in the
There's
works.
always more, but you know what I'm
now
saying?
there's always more. So like me and my boy Jock, we working on the music tip right now. We just finished
Oh,
this album.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do
So-
a little producing or whatever.
Not producing, but
Oh, you making
day,
music?
One day I wanna have a label with myself.
Okay.
So we do have
Oh.
one.
Yo, bro, you can sign me, bro. yo. I mean, we gonna talk after this. Like, we gonna get right.
Tell y'all.
if you know, you know.
I'm
You
gonna
know.
play you the album, man. My
Nah,
man
that's
Jock is
dope.
nice. He's the truth.
Off of that, yeah, because you ain't even tell me half this stuff that's in like when we was on the way. Yeah, you got a lot of things going on. What else you got going on? You got some more stuff that's got a rabbit in the.
In fact,
at the hat?
before we even get to that, it's like this guy over here, he talking about different sources of income and like having that mindset. Like, what was the journey to get there? Like, because you weren't born like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like there's always something that happens in your life that switch.
Right. I mean, it all started me from being from the Bronx, bro.
BX.
Yeah,
That's
like,
a BX
The
man right
boogie
here.
down.
Yeah, man, I'm from the X, man, 6'4" in Sherman. So we hustlers over there. That's
All right, you got the hustle mentality.
yeah, we the strongest of the strong. So we made it like every one of us is built to always do something. Every one of my homies growing up, we all had a role, on the block. So we all was good at something. So that's where I just get my mentality from. Just doing different things, being able to be the keys to a lot of different doors. So I just took and then when I went to school and I was fortunate to go to school and join Alpha, being a frat stuff, and meet different people, network with different people.
Yeah.
I just took the talents and the mentality that I learned from, being from my neighborhood in the Bronx to life, to after the streets and, to my adult life.
So it's like you mentioned how like you came out of the streets and stuff like that, and it was basically based on like solely decision making. So you feel like, how do I word this?
You consider yourself lucky, or you were smarter than
There we
the
go.
average person
That's
that
what I
come
wanna
from
know
where you
with
come from?
I consider myself real lucky, and I say lucky because, you know, I was in a couple tight spots growing up, but I come from a good family who didn't want to see me fail.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, and they took a chance on me to get me up out of here at a young age because I got in some serious trouble. So I had to make a move. I ended up going to military school for 4 years. But yeah, if it wasn't for that move, you know, some families don't, they're not strong enough, some moms.
I think that's very interesting because we like to talk about how important like the support system is,
right?
And you had a good enough support system to know like the red flags, like he headed down the wrong path. Yeah. It may hurt us now, but we got to get him up out of here to save him in the long run.
Yeah, and it was tough. It's tough for my family because when you go to a school like I went to, it's a bad boy school. So you know,
nobody want to ship them off or
because you don't see them every day. Like I missed out on a lot. So like y'all went to high school together, right?
Yeah.
So y'all had prom. Yeah, y'all had moms cooking every day.
You was in a juvenile setting, like a.
It's not.
I was military school, bro.
But it's like the kids. It's like this is the last stop. You ever see Last
Chance? In comparison, that's what it was. It was
last shot, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I come from the Bronx, so I took that opportunity, and I like some of my homies. But some of my homies that I went to military school with, not all of them were able to
fell back into old ways.
Yeah. So I got a couple homies that's still fighting the street life. But I took that. It was just like kind of like a wake up call. And to be honest with you, it's funny because he's got long hair. What got me to change my life was I had long hair.
Oh, you cut it?
I had long hair pat down my back. I had braids. Yo, man.
You did?
I had the crazy long hair, man.
That's a wild era.
My hair was everything. When you have long hair, your hair is everything to you.
This is me. This is life. This is growth. This is patience. Yeah.
I was a kid. I had the the BBs, the True Religions. I had every polo. Like I was lit. So when I had the braids, that was just a part of me. And then when they the first day was the couple first days when I was there, they give you the baldy.
Right.
Oh, that's a part of it.
That's a part of it. Right. So when they gave me the baldy, I laughed it off. I kept the hair, but then I took a long look in the mirror.
I'm like, yo, I'm a different person.
And it wasn't even that. I looked in the mirror and I was like, what am I doing? I looked at that was like a wake up call to me. I was like, yo, I felt like I was ruining my life. I was like, yo, what? I was like, yo, this is it. Like, if I can't make it work here, then I'm gonna be in another direction. So that was a real wake up call for me when they cut my hair. So I made it work. I made it work.
It was kind of like symbolic then.
Yeah, like it's just for some reason when they cut my hair, it changed my life.
It just take that one moment for some people. It's like there's a
moment.
That was the point that it connected. You was like, yo, I'm living wrong right now. Yeah. But you want to fight for doing the right thing, and here you are now. Now that's what's up. Can you walk us through like your transition from where you was to being now you in corporate America. So now you. Right.
Oh,
You're a real professional,
right?
And you know how, and you got the switch to turn it on, turn it off. You know how to maneuver in different. Right. You know how to adapt.
Yeah, and this is why, like, for a while, I talked to my grandfather about this all the time. Like for a while, I used to be like, damn, son. Like, I used to be looking at my past and I'm like, damn, Pa, I was ruling my life and all this other. But he was like, it made you who you was today. I could still go back to my block and
you be good.
Show, of course, because that's just who I am. That's why I come from that life for real. So, but then I also worked hard. I went to a PWI, predominantly white institution.
Me too.
So I so you know how it is.
How that goes.
I think we all did.
Yeah, definitely.
We know how it is, and and at first I'm like. I'm from the Bronx. I'm from the streets. So it's like for me, I'm like,
it's not me, but
it's not me. But I had friends who weren't black. I had white friends that were white.
My roommate, same thing.
And they became really to this day
good
really
friends.
close friends.
Yeah.
So it helped me jump into that because I was real nervous being in that world. They helped me adapt. They helped me help me understand other parts of the world, understand other parts of life, like people like them. So jumping into corporate America, I was able to take what I learned in school from my friends and implement that and make it work.
Bro, see, we even said that about going to college.
Yeah, it's funny.
Exposure, just having exposure. Mm-hmm. Us being here, we go to school with only black kids. Yeah.
But real
only
quick,
people that look like you.
We could branch that out to.
Exposed.
Remember we was talking about last time with the situation as far as like when you go to school, how that affects your networking and stuff like that. Like, you're a businessman. You have mostly like different kind of businesses going on. What's the importance of networking to you? Like, how important do you find that?
or who you. It's not about what you know. It's about who you know. Anybody with money will tell you that.
That's the social capital.
Right? Yeah,
like that's really what count.
Right, and one of my idols, Jay-Z. If you look at Jay-Z, another guy from Brooklyn, comes from the streets.
Fact.
Right, that we all know. He didn't get a college degree. But who he knows, and I think what I learned from Jay-Z is he's not going to be the smartest man in the room. But he's a guy that he's going to make those connections. He's going to listen. He's going to, okay, I don't know this, but I want you to teach me.
And I'm going to find somebody that does know it.
So it's like when he has his business, how did he get, people are like, oh, his first billionaire. Right? Music got him to be Jay-Z, but music didn't have him become the billionaire.
Yeah.
What he does on the side that really people don't pay attention to, that's not as popular as hip-hop, is how he's really bringing in all that crazy money.
Yeah, the business aspect of all the music and...
Yeah, Duce. I like Duce, right? You think Jay-Z just randomly was like, oh, yeah, I'm Jay-Z. I know how to put liquor together.
Nah, that's a good money move. He had to be smart about it. And
his connections. Put him there. So, it's about who you know, man.
What kind of connections have you built to put yourself in a position to where now you have four businesses / jobs and actually really 5, right?
Yeah.
Like how important was networking and for you to get to where you was at to get your hands in all these different pots?
I mean, to be honest with you, what got me the skills to be able to know all these people, I was always going back, I was always a very popular kid. Like I was always like people's person.
Okay.
Before I went to military school, everybody knew who I was as a freshman.
Yeah.
I was a popular athlete. I had that. I have that personality that a lot of people know. Like I know what you mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
So
he's a likable person.
So the frat, when I became an alpha, it taught me how to capitalize on that personality. So my older brothers, people, good men, good black men, they helped me take my skills and say, yo, listen, this is how you put $1 to it. This is how you make your dreams come true.
Okay.
Using what you have. So, they really taught me, just from watching them, me being a humble guy. I come from a military school background, so, they put you through training. You got to humble yourself. And that's kind of what the process taught me. And I was able to sit back, learn from really great men. And to this day, I feel like I can learn from anybody. And that helps me, being able to talk to anybody and learn from anybody and continue my relationships.
Nah, yeah, I think that's actually that's actually really dope.
Yeah, so it's very important to be willing, the willingness, because a lot of people aren't really willing to learn. And actually, I was at work the other day and I was talking to one of the staff members, and they was talking about how there's this person that they want to work with, that they want to hire, but the fact that they know that they're not willing, like they're not a willing body, it's always a pushback with them.
They're not likable. They're not a people person. How you just said.
So it's like that connection that could have been made wasn't made because it was on some like, oh, I know that they're gonna kind of push me back, so I don't want them to do this. So they ended up asking me. So I ended up getting favorited for the job situation, and now I'm there alone because it was more so like, oh, I'm willing. I was communicated that like, whatever y'all need me to do, what you want me to do, like talk to me, like I'm willing to learn, because a lot of times people aren't willing to learn. And another thing I feel like is important that I start to learn, like when you talk to older people, not even people that are like in the 20s and stuff like that, like people that I'm talking about like 30s, 40s, 50s, the old heads, those are the dudes that really got the gems. And most of the time, it's like since we're young, we think that we're catching on. We discredit them all the time.
Right.
So it's like listening to those dudes, I actually started to like gravitate and start talking to older people because of the fact that like they can really teach you things that took them 20, 30, 40 years to learn. You can learn that by 20.
Bro,
so
that's a fact.
That's jumping in a time machine, basically. So imagine I got information from an old head that'll
save you a headache. That'll save you some dollars in the long run.
But we be young and we not everybody can pick up on that. Jumping off that, what you just said, and that's something. And when you asked me about if I was lucky, or it was also because I just feel like God just gave me common sense.
I'm about to say you blessed.
That a lot of my homies might not have gotten right away.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't have to learn the hard way about every single thing because I was the youngest out of my bros.
So you
when
observe.
So like I was the youngest out of all my homies growing up, and a lot of my homies was wilding in the streets. but I would be the one to be like, I didn't mind staying on the block till 4 or 5 in the morning when I got school the next day, listening to the old heads talk. And a lot of my homies, after old heads, woo, I don't know if I could curse on here, but it's like, oh yeah, old heads, he don't know nothing about what's going on now.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I kind of felt like that, but I would always listen, and I felt like, you know, there were certain situations that happened later in my life.
That you was like, yo,
I remember that conversation.
And you was
And
able to
like,
apply
damn,
it.
I know what to do.
Boom.
I know what to do. So, you know, I mean, like I said, I feel like I can learn from anybody. I know a lot, but I don't know it all.
yeah, that's a fact. And you never gonna know it all. But the moment you think you know it all is when
You're in trouble, bro.
God is
You
gonna
can never
show
stop.
you.
You can never stop learning. Never stop learning, man.
Nah, that's a fact. I guess let's get into your actual side hustles and break each of those down.
Okay.
Like, how'd you get your first? So you in corporate America. You're like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know the hustle in you is like, all right, I got what else? What else can I do? You always doing something else. So what was your first one that you was like, all right, I got my first one. What was your first side hustle?
I think it was out of all the things I just mentioned, I want to say it was Winners Only Weekend.
Okay.
I want to say it was Winners Only Weekend.
What's that about? Like, what is that?
So
That's an interesting name.
So Winners Only Weekend is we're a travel company. You know, founded by me and my 4 partners. You know, what we did was, you know, we all had, you know, my boys, they used to always plan this Pocono trip.
Okay.
You know, just a couple of their friends. And I think the second year they invited me. And I'm like, yo, like, this is something unique, something I never saw before.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm like, yo, we got to make this a company. At first, it was kind of like, but then I'm like, yo, because I knew people.
Oh, that's fire.
I knew people that had other travel brands. But I'm like, yo, we could be just as good and better.
Oh, nah, that's actually fire. Like, you stepped into something that wasn't actually established, and you was like, yo, we could make this a business. We could get some money out of the fund that you already had.
Yeah, when I got there, it was no name. It was just, yo, let's just get together once a year. And
oh, word? Nah, that's fire.
so I'm like, but I'm always thinking ahead. I'm like, yo, and again, you know, me going to school with the frat and people I've met inspiring me to travel, because I didn't really ever go, because I did 4 years of military school, so I really never went anywhere. I never traveled like that. So when I got a first taste of traveling, I'm like, yo, I want to be able to do something that I'm passionate about, and that, you know, that we can inspire others to do as well. Like, Winners Only Weekend is a brand that brings people from anywhere. You could be from anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. You know, we choose a destination, 3 or 4 a year, and we all fly out to be with each other. And it's really a family, because, you know, even when somebody comes, like, let's say you come to our next trip, like, everybody's very welcoming. Everybody's very, like, it's gonna be hugs and laughter, and you're gonna feel like after one weekend with us, you're gonna feel like you've known these people your whole life.
Oh, word?
Beautiful people from all over, doing great, wonderful, you know, dope things in this world, corporate, entertainment, entrepreneurs.
And that's also a space where networking goes on.
Like, what we want to build at Winners Only Weekend is a place where, you know, you can feel like you have kind of like another family, you know, kind of like people that where you can, you know, oh, I need you to look over my resume. Hey, I know you're working over here. Can you help me get this job and throw me a referral? Hey, you know, we want these people to be at your weddings, right? Like, we're really trying to build a community and try to show the world that, like,
It's more than just going on vacation.
Yeah. It's black travel, and the black travel industry.
Black travel.
It's basically a networking as you're indulging in some fun.
It's a networking avenue. Yeah.
And I want to emphasize that we have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun. So, like, we have, like, the yacht parties.
Okay.
You know, we go to so, like, the trips that we do, it's very well balanced. You know, we want people, you know, to come out and network.
What's the scale? What's the scale like looking like? Like, is it 50 people per trip?
So
40, 100? How does that work?
It depends on the location. So,
Okay.
you know, we're our Dominican Republic trip, July 4th weekend, we're looking at 90 to 100 people.
Okay, that's a good size.
Yeah, we're probably going around the same amount for Colombia in November.
Y'all traveling.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
pick a spot on the map and y'all like, all right, we going here.
Well, we like to go places where we have connections, you know. So some of us have been to Dominican Republic already. We have friends who are Dominican, so you know sometimes they're hooking us up with, you know, family members that you know we're giving income to,
So
and that we're showing love to.
So it's like basically you guys are like using your networking to like basic, which ties back to what we were talking about previously, to like branch out to create all these opportunities.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, you say, oh, I know a person out in so and so place, you know, and then you network with them, and then that way you can expand your opportunities. And because you got somebody over here, now that's another destination that you could travel to and stuff like that. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, man. We like the winners. We call them the win. Like it's really like I wouldn't like when people travel with us. They don't want to travel with anybody else. Like we're really people that love and take care of each other.
This sound fun. This sound like I want to do it.
Yeah.
Like right before we was glancing through your IG, and it looked like you're always traveling. You always somewhere tropical.
Yeah.
Got your shirt off.
So then let's
He's like,
just
yo,
take
this
that
is where
and
I'm
talk
at.
about how what was he talking about? That marketing yourself, right?
Yeah.
So walk people through like the mindset, because like it's not, because one thing I noticed that you was telling me, like everything's calculated. It's not just oh this is sporadic. Everything is put in like a strategic way.
Right.
So talk a little bit about that.
Okay, yeah. So, you know, I can talk about both sides that I focus on. Like when you like, so for you guys, for your company, right? The way you brand yourselves individually might be a little different than you brand this podcast. So for example, you know, I'll just use Winners Only again because that's what we were talking about at first. You know, we try to make sure that people understand that our trips are well balanced. So we show all sides of the trip.
Okay.
Like we'll show, you know, us in the club. We'll show, you know, us on the yacht, you know, drinking champagne. We'll show us brunches. We'll show like the nice outfits. But we'll show the fun, but we'll also show like that we're learning about where we're going. We're going into these places. We're giving back. You know, like we're doing the service, the communities. Like we want to make sure that we let everybody
Y'all
know.
doing community service too?
Yeah, when we go to DR, we're gonna be doing community service out there. So
that-
we're gonna try to get back to schools and.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
I'm learning more and more about this a travel company that I didn't even heard of a travel company. So that's fire.
Yeah, because our thought process is this, right? We know wherever we go, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So what we want to do is, we don't want to just go to these places around the world, which is a lot to see. We don't want to go to these places without, you know, giving back. You know, we want to be able to have a good time, and we also want to be able to be thankful for the opportunities that we have, because not everybody, like, I'll be in Croatia on Friday.
Oh, really?
And I don't know anybody I probably know one person that's ever been to Croatia, or maybe two.
I don't know anybody.
Yeah,
Croatia.
I don't know nobody.
Right? So like we gotta be able to sit back and be like, yo, you know what? Let's thank God for what we have, and let's give back.
And now you know somebody that lives in Croatia, whatever. Nah, but yeah. So what was your other point that you had on marketing or whatever?
Yeah.
So for myself, right? Like I throw events. You know, I also throw parties. I've thrown a lot of big parties in the past.
Oh, so that's another business you even put in the catalog.
I
So we had number 6.
Yeah.
Oh, 6, damn.
Yeah, he even talk about that.
Yeah, I throw parties. So you know, I like to put my brand strategically. Like when I drop a picture, it's like, does this fit with people? What I give to the people? Because like what you want to do is, you want to ask yourself, who do I want to be to the public eye? Because Instagram isn't, you know, for some people, Instagram is just, oh, I'm gonna show the drink I had today, or this meal that I cooked. But some people, it's how they collect their income.
Yeah.
So like for people like us, people that are in the entertainment space, what we put on our IG matters.
Yeah.
Because nobody's gonna want to go to a party, one of my parties that I'm throwing, if it doesn't look like I know I look like I know how to party.
100%.
If
So you purposely manipulate that I don't want to say facade, but you know what catches the people's eye, and you're like, I'm gonna give them what they want.
I want to just capitalize on those moments that I know people enjoy. So like if I'm in the, like,
That's a great way to put it. Capitalize on what the people enjoy.
Yeah.
if I'm traveling a lot and I'm having a good time, I know people are gonna want to travel with us and say, hey, you guys travel a lot. Like I want to see what that's like.
If I seen you on my feed, I would ask, yo, bro, what do you do?
Yeah.
That's a plug right there. Yo, I'm a part of this travel company. Come link us, come get with us. Da da da.
Yeah, man.
And then word of mouth spread. Yo, I know these guys that go to this, that, and the third place all over the world. Yo, let's go join that.
Yeah.
That's excellent marketing, bro.
And then also like you was talking about that, and then you have another hustle that you was talking about, I think there was the B&B one.
Yeah, so I'm doing that with one of my best friends, Serge. You know, we were kind of on a world tour. We were in Atlanta, Houston, and then we went to Vegas. We did the Houston. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
I'm about to go to Vegas in a couple weeks.
Vegas is cool, man. I got some people out there. I got you. We'll talk offline after this.
All right, word.
It's the plug right here.
Yeah, Serge, my partner Serge is actually big into real estate. He's a real big real estate guy. You know, he wants that to be his life essentially. And you know, I've always showed interest in being into the real estate game. So, you know, one day we were together, he was looking at different real estate in Atlanta, and I was like, yo, I've been to Houston, let's go to Houston too. So when we were in those places, you know, we were looking at if the Airbnb business would make sense in these spaces. And he's like, yo, like, do you want to like look into this with me? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm with it. Let's learn together. And he, you know, him being my brother, I brought him on the stuff too. Like I brought him on the Williams Only weekend. And, you know, so we do that for each other.
So
it's like a brother thing.
he put you on to the real estate game.
Well, he was
interested.
He was interested already,
and
he's
y'all
like,
learned
yo,
together.
we learned together.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
it's really what he wanted to do. I didn't even really think about it until he brought it up to me. So I got to give him the credit. Like, if it wasn't for him, I'm not sure I would have did it. But you know, I was blessed that he's such a good friend to me. So he's like, yo, do you want it? I'm like, hell yeah. So we learned together. We ended up going to Houston. We ended up getting into some good deals. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these Airbnbs, and our goal is to take all that money that we're making off the Airbnbs and get commercial properties, multifamily properties.
Can you kind of walk me through like obtaining like the real estate? So are you guys
They're trying to get the source?
No, I'm saying, yeah, I want to know. You got to give it to the people. Like, so are you guys like purchasing the property and then, or you...
Yeah, so I mean,
are you like the middleman?
First things first, I do want to let you know you don't got to answer if you don't want to.
You don't have to, but you don't. Yeah, you
all
don't.
right, so you can get a recipe if you want to get that out.
I mean, it's not really the recipe. You don't like so. You don't have like so. I mean, y'all are my boys. I'm gonna give you some sauce. You don't have to own a property to have an Airbnb.
Okay.
So, like, what we did was we just have some really good connections. We've made some really dope. We met some really dope people.
Which, real quick, ties back to networking. See, this is why it's important to always network.
Yeah. We take so somebody. I mean, you know, me and Serge. You know, we both. You know, we emphasize our relationships. You know, and also us being frat. We met some dope people in the fraternity, and people just that mess with people that we know, and we be able to maintain their relationships. You know, it going back to that a little bit. It goes down to even just sending a text a week, saying like, "Oh, hey, how's it going, man? How's your family doing? Everything okay?
All right.
Hey, I'm in your city. Let's grab dinner." You know, sometimes those
something you think that's not really important.
The little gestures go a long way.
Turns into a conversation, right? So you just never know. That's one thing I wanted to emphasize. You just never know when you're gonna need somebody, when somebody's gonna need you. So yeah, the Airbnb stuff, man. Like, we're really excited about it. We're looking to open, 3 or 4 more units in the next month. So we're trying to move fast.
You got any locations in mind or not?
So we're thinking. So Houston's great for us, man. We really like Houston.
You're gonna lock it down over there.
But we got a couple other cities that we're looking into. But
all right, but hold on real quick before you discuss the other cities. Let's take this quick break because we are at the time.
We came a long way from where we used to be. Now you see us on the scene.
WGDB, I heard you rocking with the team. I heard you
song is heat, man.
Yeah, I don't know why he don't like it.
Chill.
Not copyright.
Copyright. We don't do that. So you have any other locations that you interested in? Yeah. I guess the better question is when looking for a location, like what is like something that's like, this is a perfect spot.
So there's a few things, right? One thing I'll say this. The main thing that me and Serge, we like to look at a spot that has a lot of tourism. Okay. So we want to be able to pick a spot that we know people are gonna go to.
Where the traffic is.
We don't want to get something in the middle of nowhere in Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
We want to go to a city where
we don't know where Kentucky is crazy. That's the same.
We don't want it just doesn't make sense because like who's really gonna go there, right? So like we want to make sure we get a place that has a high amount of tourism, or there's a reason for people in some way, shape, or form that are going to that exact location because people are gonna need a place to stay.
Yeah,
people are traveling there, So we like to look into those.
All right. You kind of beat around the question, so I'm gonna ask it again. So walk me through like a deal. So like, yeah, say your spot because maybe somebody want to open up Airbnb business.
All right, let me tell you something, bro.
I'm asking again. He could weave it.
No. Once again, nah. We not doing that. We going on to the next thing. I'm not even about to do that.
Nah.
What you mean,
I'm dubbing that.
If someone want to open up an Airbnb business, why can't he give him the source?
But you just heard me though. You just heard me. He
Answer
said
that
what
question.
he said.
Answer that question.
What was the? What
If somebody want to open up an Airbnb, I'm asking Jeremiah. If somebody want to open up an Airbnb business, is he not to give him the source? If he wants to, can't
he just gave the recipe. You
all
gotta make the sauce yourself.
You don't gotta answer it then.
No. Hold on.
He trying to protect you, yo. He your man, so it's fine. I'm the outsider, so I get the pick.
You asked.
It's
Protect him, bro.
It's all good. Look.
I understand.
So it's all good. So it's all right. Explain to me, like, get more specific with the question. Because I thought I answered the question.
You did. You did.
So here the question.
Yeah, I didn't think I beat around the question.
You didn't. He fishing though.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
So yes, that's why I'm asking.
If
it wasn't clear for me, it probably wasn't clear for somebody else.
That's fair. Yeah, just ask me, bro.
Say with your chest. Go ahead.
So that's what I'm saying. So you don't have to actually buy the property.
No, you don't.
No.
Now, how do you acquire that? Is what I'm saying. How is your cut made? So do you make a contract with someone that owns that property? That's more the question I was trying to ask.
This is the thing though, and this is why it's. And I don't want to seem like I'm beating around the bush.
So I'll let it slide then.
No. It's not about me not trying to. Every place, every person. And I'm gonna answer your question. Every place and every person is different.
Okay.
So if he has a house, right, in I don't know Miami, right, it might be the deal might look different than I don't know if you having a house in Atlanta.
Okay.
It depends on the market. It depends on the type
Each
of
person
house.
I just want to know because you got an Airbnb business and I'm like, all right, how do you run that?
So
but
what you can do?
I understand that.
Wait, hold on. Let me take this because I'm gonna go for what he said. Building relationships. That's how you get. You gotta speak to the person. You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk to them.
I just know that someone watching might want to know, but now I do understand though.
I'll give you an example though.
It's a case by case.
Yeah. Case by case. But I'll give you an example though. Let's say Jeremiah has a 3-bedroom house in Atlanta, Georgia, and he's never there. He lives mostly in Miami. And let's say you see the house on sale. Say he's selling it for $350,000.
Okay.
You could reach out to him and be like, "Yo, hey, listen, man, like, you don't have to sell this. You don't have to rent this.
I got a business move that can make you some money too.
I got a business move that can make you more than if you. Let's say he was renting it out.
See, that's what I want to know. That makes sense. That makes sense though.
Let's say he was trying to rent it out. Say he wants to make $1,500 a month for rent.
Yeah.
Like you could. I mean, you gotta put the numbers. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you crunch the numbers. You crunch the numbers, and you like, yo, I could get you that what you would get for rent. I could get you that easy, and more. And I'll manage it for you.
Where did that come from?
There you go.
Having that conversation.
That wasn't intuitive though by accident. Oh yeah, you got a business, so that's why I asked. But that was very informative. So now somebody do got some source. So now he just put some money in your pocket, man.
Nah, I'm cutting that out. It's over.
Yeah, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you hit him
yo,
up.
Yo, this is a good friend though. Like this is a good friend because he got your back. He's like, yo, nah, leave him alone.
And one thing, and I tell and when I started doing the Airbnb stuff, like me and Serge even talked about this, and I even told my homies, that want to get into it. I'm not gonna hide the sauce because there's so much room for everybody.
To eat.
There's so much room for everybody to eat.
That's what it's all about, Shin.
I thought you just wasn't listening.
There's a lot of people winning on Airbnb.
What he just said wasn't what he said before. It was something.
It's funny. I'm gonna take that back because when he said it, I thought exactly.
You know him. You talked to him.
He probably understands.
It wasn't intuitive for someone else though. That's why I'm like, yo.
I'm gonna take that.
I had no problem with him asking the question.
Nah, you right.
Not at all. I'm not gonna hide the sauce.
Nah, it's more so I thought that I'm like, yo, bro, he just said what he said, and I just felt like, all right, so I'm gonna eat that. Then I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, listen.
But that's why I said I respect what you.
I'm like, yo, bro, like you ain't just hit him in.
It wasn't clear, but now it's clear.
What I'll say is we did. It took a lot of so. The best thing I'll give y'all some more free game. If you're thinking about doing Airbnb, make sure you automate it as much as you can. Right?
Outsourcing.
That makes your life easier.
Because somebody's gonna say, wait, he's from the Bronx. He lives in New York, and woo. I mean, we manage our Airbnbs in Houston from New York. You have to automate it. You have to automate it. You have to automate everything.
Making money in your sleep.
Making money in our sleep, but we have to make. I mean, you have
You
to
manage
watch
it,
over it.
you
You have
manage
to,
it,
but
yeah.
you have to be able to put people. That's what I'm saying. You have to hire a staff. You have to automate it
You
as much as
you
possible.
good at delegating.
You have to
hey,
delegate.
Hey, do this job.
You
do
have
that
to
job.
delegate it, man. You have to. So that's one other thing. If you get Airbnbs, even if you live in that city that you're doing it in, automate it as much as you possibly can.
Don't try to do it
Spend the money
yourself.
because there's no like the time that you're not saying wasting, but the time you're spending on doing the hard part, doing all the hard work. You could be doing something else. That's making you more money.
There you have it, folks. You got the Airbnb game
There you
right
go,
there.
right there. He kicked you guys free game. You're welcome.
And now,
Free sauce, man.
now we off the air. Let's go.
Oasis Travel, man. Follow us on the gram.
There you go. And then now, what's the other opportunity that we was actually cooking up? We was talking about the card game. You want to talk about that? What you want to say about that?
Oh, so the card game.
Houses, traveling.
Yeah.
We at
Cars.
we at the card game.
Yeah.
This is all while maintaining a full-time job.
All while maintaining a 9 to 5. Yeah. And this is
I'm trying to get money with
and this is why I was like, I feel like we gonna talk about multiple sources of income. It was important, like, I know somebody, because like
this is a perfect example of someone that has systems in place that's doing more than one thing. That it is possible to do more than one thing.
So a lot of people don't know. He knows this. A lot of people don't know we're getting into the car game. So I have a good friend, who's from my neighborhood. He's a car genius. He just, part of what I do is, I've been around entertainment and other people like that for a while. So I kind of know what things need to look like in order to be successful.
Yeah.
So, he has the sauce for the cars. And, I told him, I'm like, yo, he was working for somebody. And I'm like, yo, he called me one day. He was just like, yo, I'm tired of working for these people. Like, we spoke about one time. I was like, yo, you need to go in business for yourself, bro. The money that you're making, there, you're cutting somebody else in. They're taking 30-40%. That could go back to your crib.
Just to stop you right there, one thing I want to commend you on is you really are like a igniter, bro.
He's a visionary.
You just over being here for a couple minutes that we've been here. You've told you're thinking 100 steps ahead.
Yeah, bro.
You have no problem telling someone, yo, let's start a business, or yo, you should go make that a business. Yeah. Your mind. I just by hearing you talk,
right.
I know where your mind is. I know that you see things that no one else sees.
Yeah.
And
you got to.
And you trying to
manifest it, bro.
Get other people to get their own. Like go eat for yourself.
Right.
So I just want to commend you for that, bro. That's I think that's dope.
I appreciate you, bro. It's just we all come from the black community. I come from the Bronx, y'all from Queens. So it's like we got to be able to empower each other.
Yeah.
Even we can get to the music in a minute. My boy Jock, like a lot of people, he was just rapping on his own. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's, one day I was just like, yo, we gotta make this happen. And he's a hard worker. He's a hard worker.
Yeah, he dropped the album.
845 Jock. I'm telling you, listen to his music. But back to
you gotta get friends like this that's just gonna be like, yo, let's make this a business.
Yeah, I told him, I'm like, yo, you have all this information. So I'm like, yo, listen, this is the role I'm gonna play. Take that information. We're gonna make it into a system that everybody will be happy to use and happy to be a part of. And I'm gonna make it look good. I know this that like I have an economics degree. I have business background.
Mm-hmm.
I work in corporate America, so I know how things have to run, budgets and balance sheets.
Numbers,
I know how that stuff needs to look, and I know on the back end how it needs to look, and on the front end it needs to look. I know how it needs to look socially, and I know how it needs to look business wise. So him being able to trust me with that, kind of like how we talk.
Yeah.
He called me one day. Was like, yo, I'm done. We got to do something for ourselves. So I told him, I'm like, this is the role I'm gonna play. This is the role you're gonna play, and and this is some real. We haven't even announced this yet. This is something that's still coming up, but you're gonna feel it soon.
You heard it first.
You heard it first. Yeah. Trust me. You heard it first. We coming for blood, man.
A word? No, that's
absolutely.
We need every lane, man. We need every lane. Every lane, and we need it.
That's a part of black excellence.
Having somebody in different. Yo, I know a car guy. Yo, I know
Bro, I'm telling you, it's
whatever
like it's
you
one of
need,
those
we
things.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, whatever you need, I got you.
Bro, that's
I
the
got
beautiful
you.
thing, bro. It's like you know a guy that know a guy.
Yo, we gonna have to put him on. We gonna have to put him on staff, bro.
Didn't I tell you, bro?
This is a business meeting right here.
got y'all.
Bro,
We gonna have to put him on
Bro,
staff.
remember we was talking
I got
about. I was
you.
like, yo, son, it's important once you know. Like, I'm trying to get to that point where, like, you know, I know somebody for everything. Like, oh, yo, you need your crib clean. Yo, I know a clean
house cleaner.
service.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
you need a B&B out in here. Yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's important to be able, like, we talk about networking, bro. It's important. You gotta be able to have those connections where it's like you go, well, no matter what you need done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I find that to be very, very important.
Yeah.
So it's like I like to commend you, bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
That's fire.
I really do it though, you know, because this is the thing though. What a lot of people don't even, and my homies probably don't even notice about me, like you
Oh
were
wait,
saying,
real quick. You saying how you do it? Another thing I want to say is that like you're genuine about that shit too. It's like you know, he come to you on some like when I messed up, he comes on some like yo, bro, like I like yo, what's up? And it's always genuine. It's never like oh a hidden agenda. Oh, he trying to come up. It's more so like he sees the potential in you and he just wants you to explore that potential. And it's like yo, I see you being bigger than what you're settling at right now. Like let's get to it.
Yeah, I just feel like
It's important.
I come from a lot, so I come from the streets of the Bronx, New York. So I just seen the worst of the worst, and I want better for my people because I saw better. I got a chance, and this is what I was going into, feeding off what you were just saying. I've been so fortunate, to go a different direction, and I have so many ideas, and I feel like God has blessed me in so many ways. I do so many things because you never know when somebody's like. So I want to be able to say, oh, I got a friend right here who's talented at this, but he doesn't even know his potential.
Yeah.
But we got a place for you.
Yeah.
So you can go win, take care of your family, put your kids through college, make sure they don't have to grow up the way we had to grow up.
Yeah,
Tough.
yeah.
I mean, he was telling me on the way over here how many miles y'all had to walk as a kid.
Yo, bro. Oh, you talking about?
It was
Yo,
walking.
we used to go
Yo,
way
we
back. That's what I'm
walking.
saying.
Yo, I ain't gonna go into war stories, but how me and my peoples grew up was crazy. And I thought it was so normal for so many years till I went to college. And I realized meeting people from different backgrounds that it wasn't normal. So then that's why I say this.
All right, real quick. Now that we're on this talking point. This is random. This is not part of it, but we had a conversation about this for like the last 2 weeks. We actually spoke about this. We've had other people talk about it. So we want to get your personal opinion.
Go ahead.
Do you feel like what's the importance of going to college? Do you feel like you should go to college?
I think my kids are going to go to college. My kids are going to go to college. But I said because of my experience.
It's because it's not for the degree. It's what you become as of the process of going.
I don't think kids see people are gonna misinterpret this, right? I don't think kids need college. What I think is what I know is when I went to school, I went to a really good school, but the thing is, I learned more about myself than anything I could have ever learned in a classroom. And me learning about who I was as a man, who I wanted to be as a man.
That's what it's all about.
That's worth more than any
Emphasize. Hold on. I feel like all right. So there's people that's gonna misunderstand this.
Okay.
When we say go to college, we're talking about going away. We're not talking about staying home and going to.
Do not stay
we're
home
not talking
for
about
college.
local. Wait. Because when he said you learn about yourself, you're not gonna learn about yourself staying home.
In the same
You're not. You need to get your environment.
Yes.
When you go away for school. Because like as he was saying that, I was really thinking about when you go away for school, that's how you learn. Because you get yourself in situations you're forced to be outside by yourself, and then that's what you do to learn it.
Absolutely right.
But yeah, continue what you were saying, bro.
So it's you want to be able to learn about yourself. You want to be able those 4 years. Excuse me. Those 4 years, I learned more about myself than I could ever learn in the classroom. Like I said, I went to a really good school.
Absolutely.
So I just feel like when people say, "Oh, you don't need college," I can make money without it. To me, it's not about money.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna have money, and I know my kids are gonna be okay. I want you to take that 4 years to learn about you, what you want to be in life, and that's your 4 years to do it.
Yeah.
In college, I want my kids to be able to go to school.
You never get a space to find yourself, to know yourself.
At that time,
You're absolutely right.
You don't like that's a structured space to
exactly
do.
find out who you are.
Yeah.
and
Find out who you are.
And
That's worth more than tuition.
Exactly. And be honest with you, if I would have never went to school, I wouldn't be me, who I am today. So I want and I gotta give my uncle his flowers for this. Very successful businessman, sits on the board for many companies. And all my cousins go to school for free. He pays for all their tuition, $100,000. They're gonna leave school with no debt. That inspires me.
And that's something that you want to do.
I want
to make sure your kids are same thing. I feel like everyone does have that.
That spark for they want generational wealth.
Yep.
But not everyone is acting on it. But everyone they think about it. And they're like, yo, I want to do that. But not everybody actually takes them steps. And now we're talking to someone that's like, yo, I'm serious about it. I'm taking the steps towards doing that.
Yeah.
And that's another important thing, bro. It's like, it's very important who you surround yourself with, because when you surround yourself with people like this, it's like it gets your brain working. You always start thinking like on a high level. Now it's like the bare minimum is never okay for you. You naturally want more for yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like when you want more for yourself, you're able to do more, because at that point you're no longer mentally crippled. It's not I'm gonna just be complacent. Just 9 to 5, because when I started getting around people like you and some of our other friends, it's like mentally it's like, yo, nah, I'm not okay with none of this. It's like even remember I was now you understand when I was coming to you, when I was talking about the stuff, and you was like, yo, I'm a little scared for you because you starting to put your hands all over the place.
Yeah.
But it's like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, bro, this is too much.
I see. Yeah.
Now you understand.
And somebody's gonna tell you, oh, Steve Jobs and didn't go to school and woo. That's one man.
Yeah.
It's one nigga.
Yeah. It's what?
Like we gotta think about the odds, right? Like, yeah, it's possible, but it's not even about the classroom.
Yeah, it's about everything else that comes with it.
It's
Everything
about
else.
the experience. I played football in school. I know you. Played
football. Yeah,
I know you both play football.
Yeah.
So I want my
It's
kids.
that grit. You building grit.
That sense of responsibility.
That's
your first time. You're living on your own.
That is, yeah.
People don't think about that. Like, you're on your own. I went to military school. I've been on my own for years. I was already on my own for 3-4 years before I got to college. So I knew what it was, but I wasn't that far away from home. I'm talking about I have to work to help pay my tuition and stuff like that. It's not gonna be sweet if I'm paying my kids tuition. Like, they're gonna have a campus job. It's not gonna
absolutely.
They're gonna be work. Like, my kids are gonna be.
They're not gonna skip. They're not gonna skip the steps of growth.
They're not gonna skip the steps of growth. And that's very important. They gotta make sure, because I went to school with a lot of kids that were.
That's how you hinder. That's how you hinder.
them.
Giving the people, giving your kids something you never had.
Yeah.
You also taking away some of the things.
To a degree, to a degree though.
To a
I'm
degree.
gonna tell you about
by skipping the
hold
steps.
on, yeah, but listen to this though. I say it's important
This
that
is
you
a good
don't
topic.
skip the steps and stuff like that, because look at it like this. My pops actually we finally came to an agreement, because he used to get mad at me because it got to the point where I was outside the house all the time. It's not like I was outside running the streets. It's just I was traveling, I was going places and stuff like that. And he was just like, yo, what's up? What? And I looked him in the eyes. I said, you work hard so I can do this. And it was and then he looked at me and he realized, he started laughing. He's like, yo,
Deflecting.
right. Nah, listen. I'm gonna tell you why. Because think about it like this: we want to be able to give our kids and the ones that come after us the opportunity to do things we didn't get to do, but we still want them to have those character development moments. We want them, when I was on campus. Yeah, my parents helped me pay for school, but I was working in the dining hall.
Yeah,
everybody
me
knew
too. Yo, I
was
worked in the dining hall.
DC.
Everybody
knew
me.
me.
I worked in the dining hall too.
You know,
I had to pay
bro,
for my
it's to the
shit.
point. It's like that was character development. I had to sit there for 9 hours on a Sunday. Everybody chilling. I'm there. You know why? Because it teaches you responsibility.
That's also something you instill on yourself, though. Like I gotta go get a job. But that's what I'm trying to say. There's some things that you gotta do.
Exactly.
But you can't do too much, because then you will be hindered. Like example, giving your child money. Like they don't gotta worry about money. I could give you the money and then be done, or I have the money here. Yo, I'll let you earn this dollar though. Yo, go do some chores. Yo, here you got all the money in the world. Right. But they have that sense of earning a dollar. You know what I'm just saying? Like the money's available, the unlimited funds in terms of a kid. It's like,
and you also have to be careful about how you're when we're all gonna be I hope we're all gonna be fathers one day. And one thing that we have to install in the black community more is and I try to tell this to some of my friends. It's like, yo, when you're making all this money, you got to make different moves. Too many times. How many people do you know living in a hood with $200,000 cash, but live in the same spot? Their house didn't change at all, but they got that nice car outside.
Yeah,
they got all the jewelry. Yeah. That's how we're installed to train and think.
The guns in the butter.
I try to make sure that I have 4 sisters, 1 brother, little. Well, 1 older, the rest little. I have 1 little brother, they're twins. What I do for the twins, who's my mom's kids, is, and this is something that I think all of us that travel should do, and this is something I really take seriously. You know, going back to winners only. When I go to a country, I take the money that I have left, and I take it back with me to the States, and I put it in a little Ziploc bag, and I put the country on, and I have it in a big bag. All the countries that I went to.
That's dope.
And what I do is, when my little brother and sister get to 18 years old, I'm gonna give it to them. I'm gonna give them the bag. I'm gonna say you have to hit all these countries that I hit. And they're gonna have them. They're gonna have money to go there, so there's no excuse. And you know, it gives them a reason to go. And I want them to travel to more places that I went to.
That's beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. That's fine.
I don't know how we got to where we at, but
that's fine. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen,
because
you can, and if you will see this if they're watching this, and whoever's listening, they'll hear it. Like, you hear the passion and the drive behind what he's saying.
Absolutely.
There's no cap in his rap. Like, you hear what he's saying.
Bro, I don't know if he even wants me to bring this up, but I'll cut this out if you don't want me to talk about this. But I remember, and this is what I was fake inspired. We came from the gym. Me and him came from the gym one day, and then I think his sister called him, and then his sister has a child, right? She has a child.
Yeah.
And then she asked for something, and
that's my sis. That's one of my best friends.
And she just knew to hit up Uncle Stef for it. And she wants some toy. He's like, yo, I don't even know what this toy is. Yo, what is it? What you want? Send it to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, he worked so hard. And then he was telling me, he's like, yo, I work so hard so that when they want something like that, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, stuff like that. I was like, yo, man. Like, that's mad inspiring, bro. Because, like, even the little kids understand, like, you want to be able to be in a position where you work so hard that it's not a struggle. It's not I'm saying no because I can't. It's more so it's a decision. It's like I can do
you
this.
Have
so
choices.
I'm gonna do that.
You have
So
that's that sense of like security. You're like, yo, I don't gotta worry about giving whatever they want. They don't gotta worry about it, and that gives you that's a weight off your back.
Yeah, bro.
When you feel secure and I can do this. I can provide for whoever it is.
I've been blessed. I just want to bless others, man. The person you're talking about, my sis, really good friend, know me since we've known each other forever. She's from my neighborhood, and we've seen the worst of the worst. So it's like for me, you know, somebody that I feel like has gotten that chance at life. When I make it big, I'm gonna be able to give opportunity to my people, my friends, everybody. But for now, you know, people don't understand that about me, and people don't understand that about a lot of us, right? Black men in America, black women too. Like black people who was that one or two, like us black men and women who are educated, went to school like us. Yeah, we're that one or two person from where we come from in our families, whatever.
It's true.
Who work our ass off, and people don't get that we work our ass off to be able to give our people that we love whatever they need whenever they want it.
Exactly. It's like,
and people don't get that though. People don't get that though. All they see is like a lot. I'm not saying like. But people will be like, yo, Stef, he be traveling, he be everywhere, he be on couches, he be in the club doing the woo. I'm selling a lifestyle, but I worked hard for this. Yeah. But when my people
you don't know what's going on in the background. What I'm really doing it for, who I'm putting on for.
They don't see the prison visits. They don't see the commissaries. They don't see the jail calls. They don't see, you know, when your family's in trouble, they need you. Or your man needs to loan you some money. They don't see the background. They just see that's going back to Instagram and people see what you. I don't care if people see that from me or not. To be honest, that's probably why he asked it. Like, we could cut it out if you want, because he knows like I don't throw that in people's face. Not my MO. The people around me, if you're around me in my circle,
if you know, you know.
You know how solid I am. Because at the end of the day, I'm not getting no award or no trophy for what I do for me and mines. Yeah. So it's like for me, it's like
exactly. It comes straight out of love. It's all
I'm
love.
gonna keep it locked in between us and the family. Nobody gotta know. It's just us.
Now, like one of the questions I was gonna ask you, but I actually do have a pretty good picture of it, but I want to hear your picture. You're painting a picture of Stef 10 years from now, 15 years from now. What is that picture looking like? I kind of know what it looked like, but I want to hear in your mind. Paint that picture for the people. I heard this
before. I want to hear. Go ahead.
Y'all gonna be there too, man. I hope you know this, right? So
I already told you we gonna have to get you on the staff. Something gotta cook up after this.
Yo, man, we all gonna be like, you gonna have a yacht. I'm gonna have a yacht.
Oh yeah. He's talking to me nice.
We gonna be in Ibiza. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be in Ibiza somewhere, living life. You know, sipping champagne. Like, who yacht we taking this time? What we doing here? You know,
I guess we take mine. I guess
we take yours.
I guess we take mine.
You know, I want my dream is that all of us, everybody around me that I love and care for, we all got them 10-bedroom houses, or bigger. We all got them cars, beautiful families. We're good fathers, good wives, good husbands. And we're just filled with wealth, great health, and success, and love, and respect, and loyalty. I just want my life. I've seen so much wild shit. At this point in my life, I want peace. I want wealth. I want more health. I want success. I want us to have fun. I want us to live life. I know people that ain't make it to 18, bro. So I want all of us. We gonna be in the beaches sipping that champagne on our yachts, man, with our own captain.
Captain.
Private jets. We taking his jet this time?
Yacht races.
We taking his jet?
I guess we're gonna take Jeremiah.
We're gonna take Jeremiah's jet.
A couple things I want to highlight from that picture, because that was a beautiful picture. That was, along with the materialistic stuff. It was you said your health. Yeah, like things like that's not really tangible. It's not something like your health.
Yeah.
Prosperity, like that. That's the thing that's really what really matters.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I own my 10-bedroom house here, but I want everybody to be happy.
Yep.
Because where I come from, I see a lot of people that's not happy.
Right.
And I wish happiness on people, prosperity.
Yeah.
Hell, like that's what I just thought. That was what I took away. Like, I was like, yo, nah, I like that. Though.
And the thing about
and
me,
I felt that way.
The thing about me is, like, I question myself sometimes about if I'm ever gonna truly be happy, because my happiness is also based on, not all, because I'm getting better at it now. One of my best and downfall things about me is, like, my happiness is based off the people I care about's happiness as well. Like, I want so much for the people around me, but at the same time, not everybody's gonna make it coming from where I come from and stuff like that. And I got people, who are looking at, serious time, stuff like that. You know how it happens. Some people, I got people that aren't with us anymore, like things like that. So sometimes I question, am I ever gonna truly be? Because I know this person might not ever get out, and I know this person not with us no more.
You concerned about everyone else because that you just a selfless person.
Yeah,
that's like a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
It's like that's the humanity that makes you who you are. But it's like.
Yeah, bro.
That you got almost a bit of a survivor guilt because deep down in that conversation, you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, I'm so worried about everybody else. That's how I see myself. That's how I'm like, yo, I know I'm gonna be good. I have faith that God got me. That no matter what, I'm gonna be straight, regardless, financially, physically, health wise, relationship wise, me, people, person. I know I'm gonna be good. I worry about the people around me.
Black men like us. It's what we're worried about, because we're that one.
Yeah.
Because we're that one.
It's crazy. Like, until, like, when I was working at that charter school, it took for those racial meetings that we kept having once a week. It took for those meetings to make me realize, like, we're dead. The one, like,
you know how many times at work?
It's crazy. My friend group, like, you know the dudes I used to hang out with. Like, my friend group, out of them, I was the only person to finish college. Like, I was the only one to finish. And it's like some of us went. Some are still working on it, but, like, as of now, it's like, and it's crazy to me because, like, I never really thought about it. It's like, yo, that's what part, like, it plays a role in our worries.
Yeah,
you know
it's the survivor guilt. It's like, yo, I made it, but I want, bro. But
I wanna bring my homies with me, bro.
They doing good, bro. They straight.
My homies is great.
It's
they
mentality,
straight.
though.
They straight.
And this is something I want to implement on my kids. Never start something that you can't finish. If everything that I ever started, I finished. Military school was tough, bro. It was tough. For any kid in my situation, a lot of them would have broke. And a lot of kids did break.
When I was working at the charter school, they actually made me realize, like, all these meetings that we had, the nonsense little meetings about raising awareness about the black community and stuff like that. It made me realize, out of, like, my homies, that I went to school with, I was probably one of the only ones that finished school.
Right.
So it made me realize that, like, we gotta really, like, that. Like, I feel like that's the survivor's guilt that I had.
You concerned about, like, are they gonna be good?
Yeah, son.
You always gonna like when you got a bond with somebody and you know that you made it, or you're blessed. You start to question your blessings. You're like, yo, damn. You start, can I share some of my? It's you want to share, like, your happiness, your good fortunes with everybody else.
You want people to feel how you felt.
Yeah.
Like when you traveling somewhere, when you traveling somewhere and you know that, your homies ain't seen that yet, and they're proud of you.
And you try to tell them about it. You're like, yo, this is what it is to experience this. I want you to experience this too.
It was deep because I was in Brazil 2 years ago, and I got a call from one of my homies in prison. He asked me, yo, what it looked like. That cut deep. He was like, yo. He was like, yo, where you at? Because it was Carnival, it was music. I'm like, he was like, yo.
Rio or something like that?
I was in Rio.
Oh, okay.
He was like, yo. He's like, word, Rio? He was like, yo, that's lit. Yo, what it look like out there, yo? I was like, damn. For some reason, that moment, I kind of felt that, like while I was telling him.
Yeah, like.
And it's crazy because it puts that battery in your back. It's like, yo, like, this make you want to live for your people,
I really have something that, yo, most people, some people, they just not gonna see. They can't.
And it's crazy because, like,
parole,
I didn't think about
papers, they prison stuff. But when they all get off, I told them, like, yo, one day,
I'm taking everybody.
for my birthday,
flying everybody out.
Yo, and you can remember, yo, one day I'm gonna everybody, we just gonna go somewhere. Everybody.
That's
I'm talking, bro. Like, invite everybody you know.
Bro, yo, man, you save these clips.
Yo,
remind yourself, have them on replay. Yo, I'm flying everybody out.
Ask him, when I say something, I'm gonna do it, bro.
I mean, I feel that, bro. Just by speaking to you, I feel that, bro.
You gonna be there too.
Bro,
you gonna be there.
I just the third time to say it. Yo, I'm kidding. We doing business with him somehow. Like, we gonna get in tune with him. And he think, I don't know if you think I'm playing. Like, what's going on? Like this.
He be crying about coming uptown, like, yo, you live mad far. He love it with us.
Bro,
he love it.
All right, yo, see,
but I feel like this is a good point that we can wrap it up right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is episode 23. No, 22.
22.
Deuce. We gotta do better. And you got any last closing words you want to say to the people?
Man, thank you for having me, man. Definitely tune into these guys. They gonna go far. Make sure y'all keep tuning in, man.
Appreciate the
jump.
Yo,
peace and love.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we out of here.
We came a long way from where we used to be.
Oh, yeah?
Now you see us on the scene.
WGDB. I heard you rocking with the team. No copyrights over here. Stay tuned.